I was at the gym. I was running after this session, and I was on the treadmill. I was listening to like some motivational video, and I was thinking to myself, how bad do I want it? How bad do I want it? How bad do I want this thing? How bad do I want it? I was just like while I was running, it was miserable. It was painful. My legs are fried. My legs are dead. But I was sitting there. I was thinking, how bad do I want this? How bad do I want this? How bad do I want it? Like, I'm making some mistakes that I've been making, and I'm taking trades that I know that I probably shouldn't have been taken out of greed and trying to get the best trade. And we're going to go over everything today. We're switching up. We're switching up. We're switching up the flow. I have a whole PowerPoint. I have a whole slideshow. It's not like the greatest, but I'm going to start doing slideshows for every single trade. Every single trade recap, there will be a slideshow. There will be in-depth review and in-depth detail. It's not just going to be coming on here and be like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to have we're coming with heat now. It's no longer just me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm having a full in-depth slideshow because in that PowerPoint, in me creating that PowerPoint, what else am I doing? I'm also reviewing the trade in that aspect. So then I sit down, I review the trade after I already journaled the trade, and then I come back and I journal the trade again, and then I come back over, and then I speak over it, journaling again, bro. Journaling again. So how bad do I want it? How bad do I really want this? And we're going to go over today. Today I took a loss, and My Funded Futures has reached out to me. My Funded Futures has reached out to me. They gave me They gave me a new combine. They gave me a combine, so I was on that account today. So it's kind of dangerous because I was in an emotional state, like subconsciously, I was like, I didn't pay for this. I didn't pay for this My Funded Futures account. So therefore, these trades have less meaning than it would be my actual own money, which I don't know, y'all. I might just say screw it and just go on a live account, bro. I just might go on a live account. But I don't know. I'm gonna stick with the funded. I'm gonna stick with my Funded Futures that kindly reached out to me, and they want me. They gave me a free account, and in the future I'll probably be able to give away funded to you guys. So keep in tune with that. I'm not like set in stone, but that's just a possibility in the future. So I took a loss today. I took 2 trades and I took 2 losses today. They were both stabs at the short, and as you guys saw today, we sold off. And I took 2 losses. Why? Because of greed. Okay, my buys go into today. So if we look at here, this is the 15-minute chart right here. This looks like this is market maker buy model. In my opinion, I am bullish up until we take this high. As we can see right now at this point, I'm bullish here. We kind of have this bullish breaker right here. We're expecting bullish order flow. I want to see this high be the draw. I want this high to be the draw for then us to then manipulate. As you see here, we have stacked equal lows. And actually, I kind of want to pull up Trading View as well here, because on ES it looks very clean. I want to pull up this. The fact that we had these stacked equal lows, I put this in the Discord as well. Like, these stacked equal lows look very clean. I was expecting this to be the draw. I wanted this to be the draw. I want to see manipulation at the highs. As you guys can see, we did exactly that. Manipulation at the highs to then come back down to take these lows. That is exactly what we did today. And if we look at the 4-hour on NQ, we have this breaker. We also have this huge imbalance here, this huge fair value gap. So this is also where I'm looking for us to possibly reject. I want to see manipulation at the highs to then target those stacked equal lows on ES that I pulled up. And also we have relative equal lows down here. We also have this is a 4-hour fair value gap here. So there's reasons for us to go lower. This is also OTE of the range. So I'm looking at this. This is OTE of the range. Yes, we have equal highs up here, but this is OTE of the range. So I'm pretty bearish up until open. So here's the trade framework. This is what we have going on here. So right now we have an SMT at the highs, and I'm a little bit like, this was a tricky day. This wasn't the cleanest in the world. It wasn't the cleanest in the world, but it was still an A+ setup. We had SMT at the highs. NQ doesn't need to take this high right here, but we were so close to taking it. I kind of thought that NQ would take it. We never took that high. I thought NQ would take it. And as we can see here, we are respecting bullish order flow. We come back down. We kind of reject off of this wick. I'm pretty sure that's like a rejection block. We reject off that wick. We head lower. We displaced lower. There's not really a pullback to an imbalance or an inefficiency within here. But this is where I go wrong, y'all. So I'm looking at this. This looks like such a clean market maker buy model. And as well as we have reasons to go lower as well, to rebalance to equilibrium, to touch those lows that we haven't touched yet. Those equal lows we have on ES, we haven't hit those yet. Like, this is looking pretty bearish. We have just swept buy side on ES. This is the higher time from turtle soup. This is actually exactly what I'm looking for. This is the Judah swing higher. And we have this clear as day original consolidation here. It does not get clearer than that. And then this is what ES was looking at the time. This is what I failed to realize. This is a 15-minute fair value gap. This is the original consolidation on ES. And I got a little bit caught up in this. I'm like, hey, there's a trade set up that I possibly could have taken here. I get down on myself. I'm like, bro, I could have taken a trade up here. And then I start to like second guess it to where I kind of wanted to be in this trade here. I did. But it wasn't clear there. So why do I even care? I should only care about what the market's doing when I am in the trade. When I am in the trade, that's when I can care about what the market's doing. But when I'm not in a trade, I should not care what the market is doing. Like, okay, cool. This is confirmation that we probably want to go lower. We have those stacks equal lows, confirming my bias. This is the original consolidation. As you can see, the model gets completed on ES. We also have this 15-minute fair value gap here. I'm looking for us there. Like, if I'm looking at this, there's a possibility that we could bounce here. And at the time, I'm looking at short NQ. So the fact that we can bounce here, I shouldn't even be looking to take a short on NQ because I know ES could bounce here. And that's exactly what happened. And this is what I was looking at. We took the high, and then this would be your change in state of delivery. I was looking at it. I didn't have confidence in it. And I was like, oh, I could have taken that trade here, taken this clean trade here. And I'm trying to get too scalpy with it. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. I'm like, am I looking for a scalp? Am I looking for an intermediate term trade? Am I looking for a longer term trade? And that's when I just overthink it. I'm like, there's a change in state of delivery. If we go back to the 1 minute, here is a possible entry off this fair value gap, change in state of delivery. This could have been the short setup. So I'm like, I was looking at that. I wanted that. This was everything I was looking for. And now I've missed out on the setup. But, bro, there's no such thing as missing out on a setup. The market's always going to be here tomorrow. There's always going to be another day. So now I'm getting a little bit of, like, FOMO. I want to catch this move. Again, I want to be in here. I wanted to be in this move. Okay. So this is what the 5 minute on ES is looking at the time. I was looking to trade on NQ, and that's what I traded on NQ. So look at ES right here. This is looking clear. This looks like we just completed this. Again, we still have reasons why we can go lower. We still have targets that we can reach to go lower. We have just taken this high up here. Like, we've had like a, what is this, like, I don't know, like 10-point move, maybe like 8-point move on ES. It's not that big, bro, but I'm like, oh, it's the end of the market, bro. That was an A+ setup. I didn't catch it. No, there's always going to be more opportunity. This is then when I decide to go short. We come back down. We have the SMT. And I take a short off this fair value gap. This is a flawed trade. This was a very poor first entry because we are in discount of this range. Why am I even looking to take this? I'm looking at this and now I'm fearful that I'm missing out on the move. Oh, I just missed out on that move. So I want to get in and I want to chase this because this original consolidation looks clean. I like the model. Everything looks clean to me. But this is not the right entry point. I know that we are going to go here. I know that price is going to head there, but when are we going to do it? When? Right now is not the time, bro. We are in discount. And even if we do end up selling off to this low, I just got rewarded by taking a fair value gap in discount. After all this time, I say on here, oh, I'm not going to take a fair value gap in discount. And I took a fair value gap in discount trying to catch the trade because it looked good. Keep in mind, we also are within this 950 macro. So it does look a little clear that, hey, we could sell off here. We could. Okay, but why am I trying to chase it? And then this is when I move my stop. We get some displacement lower. I took off the entry, but I want this to be this is a possible intermediate term high. So I want this high to keep in place. So I originally had my stop out here, but I want this to be an intermediate term high. I want us to sell off to this low. And I end up getting stopped out at break. A smaller loss on this trade. And This whole time, I failed to look at the 5 minute, y'all. Had I just looked to take this off a 5 minute, put my stop at this wick, target this low, and then leave a runner, I would have been damn near fine, bro. That would have taken away the overthinking, the over worrying, trying to be so precise. I didn't even look at the 5 minute imbalance, bro. Not even. I didn't even look at this. And then this is kind of like a breaker. It isn't the cleanest, but if you move out this in time, it's kind of a breaker. So this is kind of a high confluence area, which I expect us to break off of or to resist off of. Yeah. And then this is when I fail again. I'm trying to chase it. I see that we now get displacement lower. I got stopped out here. My original trade would have been here. So I'm already thinking in my head to where I still would have been in this trade if I just kept my stop at this high. I start to overthink it. And I start to second guess myself. We now come down, and we have a breaker here, which a breaker is a low, high, lower, low. We take liquidity here. So I'm looking for this to be the breaker. And this has been 2 days in a row that I made the same mistake, bro. The same mistake. I've taken a breaker entry, bro. I cannot be just taking a random entry off of a breaker. There has to be more context around it. I would like to see a fair value gap in the breaker. That's your unicorn setup. That's the higher probability setup. But I rush it. I'm trying to chase it. I'm trying to get that win. I'm trying to get that dopamine, bro. Because subconsciously, I tell myself that I don't care about what other people think about me. But also, like, I'm streaming live in front of people. I also have an audience on Instagram now that's like, oh, this guy never wins. And I look at the comments sometimes, and then I was letting that subconsciously affect me, bro. I wanted to win. I wanted to chase this trade, and that's why I lost today. So I put my stop at this high. I'm expecting a sell-off. And then I end up getting stopped out. And at this point, this is important because I have a rule. 2 entries per model. If that doesn't work, the model isn't right. Or my execution isn't right. The model is still correct. The model is still damn near the model is still correct, bro. If we go back to this on the 5 minute, the model is damn near still intact. It was my execution, my poor execution, that ended up losing. As you can see here, we actually respected this 1 minute imbalance very nicely to then, boom. This is what we do. This was the setup because this is also within that 5 minute imbalance. We now have that turtle soup. We now have some displacement lower. Even this fair value gap, bro. Take this fair value gap. And also, this is within discount of the range. I'm going to pull it up here. on NQ. This is within equilibrium of this range. Look, equilibrium. We now have come back into premium. So now I can short. But why am I even looking to take a fair value gap or a breaker block within here? And then as you guys can see, this trade I entered, bro. So I put my stop here. I know it's not like precise. Targeting here. And then I had a runner to here. I had a runner to this low. And look at this, y'all. We just end up selling off. So at this time, bro, I feel bad. I'm just like, I took 2 entries. I took a loss. I took another loss. I added when I shouldn't have added. I tried to take a trade, and then I lost twice. And then we end up flushing to the downside. My bias was spot on, but my execution was not. And this is something that I can't just set apart. I just can't set aside. Like, this is something that I have to confront. So what are the mistakes that I made on this trade? Here, I'm going to move my face canvas a little bit up here. So I was way too greedy. I was trying to make money. I was trying to get the best possible entry. And then when I didn't get that best possible entry, I was like, oh man, I could have got that entry. And now no, bro. Those are the demons that are out for me, bro. I don't care. Put me in front of a chart for all day, and I should just be completely content with not taking a trade. Like, okay, so say that my trade ended up working out for me, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I keep on making some bad mistakes because I'm greedy. So say that ended up working out for me, I now have bad habits forming. And I need to change these. I need to fix these. I need to actually do this. That's why I'm leveling up. How bad do I want this, bro? How bad do I want this? Do I just sit on here and say that I want it and then be in front of the trading session? I click buttons? Like, bro, I just wanted to click a button today to try to feel satisfied. It feel like all that hard work has been paying off. But, bro, I can have the most knowledge in the world, but at the end of the day, if I'm not taking good setups, then I'm not taking good setups. So, therefore, me studying all this time does not do me any good if I'm not going to stay disciplined. Me working my ass off, me trying to learn, me trying to study, me trying to be a student of this game does me no work, does me no good if I'm not going to stay disciplined when the time comes. Because it's so easy to look at A+ setups and look for that. But if I'm not disciplined when that time comes, I'm never going to be successful. And I feel like a lot of my trades, I'm trying to get the best entry. Trying to get the best entry. And then when I don't get that best entry, when I think that this could be the possible best entry, and I don't get it, I overreact. And then I like try to get in here. And I try to chase it, y'all. I try to chase it. I need to let the trade come to me. I did not let the trade come to me. I need the trade to come to me. I was talking about this earlier on the live stream, bro. I was listening to a video like this on the live stream, bro. People do not become successful. People do not become successful by chasing. They attract. I need to become the type of person that attracts these good trades. I need to be the type of person that's able to attract people. Or like, I need to be the type of business owner that attracts customers. I don't want to chase customers, bro. I want to let that come to me. So I did not let the trade come to me, and I forced the trade. And I tried to make money. And part of that was the psychological little subconscious thing in the back of my mind to where I'm like, hey, my funded futures have, out of the courtesy of the heart, they have given me a funded to try their platform to see if I want to try to promote it in the future and give away back to you guys. So therefore, I'm like, hey, this funding doesn't really mean anything. This is pretty much a demo account. No, I'm not taking it serious, bro. Take every trade. At the end of the day, bro, you're just clicking a button. When I take a trade, I'm just clicking a button. I'm just clicking a button when I'm taking a trade. That's all I'm doing. I'm just clicking a button. That's all it is. So when I click that button, no matter what it is, no matter what I'm doing, when I'm clicking that button, I'm either deepening my conviction, worsening my conviction, trying to chase something, or building good habits or building bad habits. One or the other. And I feel like I just tried to press that button too much. I just tried to press that button too quick. And I chase the trade. I try to make money. I will not become profitable. I will not become successful. I will not become good in this industry if I try to chase it. If I try to make money. No. Like, as a trader, I do not become a good trader by making money. I become a good trader and a successful and a profitable trader by placing good trades that would result in me making money. It's all about the trades. It's about the process. It's about the trades that I'm taking. Okay, I could have the stupidest trades and I could still kind of make money. But over time, that will slowly catch up to me. That would bite me in my ass. The breaker block, we didn't really displace through it. Yes, 100%. 2 days in a row, I've taken breaker blocks where we haven't displaced through. We haven't displaced through breaker blocks. And I'm looking for it. If I'm taking a breaker block, ideally I would like to have it aligned with at least one other confluence. There wasn't really even another confluence within that breaker block. It was just a breaker block. Oh, I'm taking a breaker block to try to make money. The most important one here. Taking PD raise and discount or premium. It depends on what I'm looking at. So when I say discount, I mean like the lower portion of the range. What if I'm going to go short. But if I'm looking to long, I would be looking for PD raise in discount. But if I'm looking to short, I want to see PD raise in premium. So the only way I can take, let me kind of visualize this. Oops, wrong screen. The only way I can take a trade. The only way that I myself can take a trade. Oh, that's awful. I don't even know what that was, y'all. The only way I can take a trade in discount if I'm going short is if we are taking stops. Because think about it. This is where people get greedy. They trail their stop. So then I'm able to take advantage. That's the only way I can take a trade in discount if I'm short. Is if we're taking stops. We were not taking stops. I was taking a fair value gap, bro. That is not good. That's not good. Okay. Failed to take account the 5 minute. 100%. I've been way too zoomed in on the 1 minute. Okay, what is that really doing for me? I need to have more context. The 1 minute does not mean anything. Does not mean a single thing without a higher time frame context. It does not. It simply does not. The 1 minute will never mean anything without a higher time frame context. It will not. So my 1 minute should really just be for my entry. For my entry. That's all it should be. And I'm like today, a day like today when it's kind of tricky, it's not as clear. The setup doesn't look as good, but it's still there. It's still there. The setup looks great. But when I'm not picky, that's kind of when I mess up. And I failed to take out the 5 minute, 100%. And I wanted perfection. I wanted perfection. I want to be the best. I wanted to take the best trade. But dude, I gotta be real with myself. And I gotta be real with myself. Trading is not perfection. Trading is not perfection. Think about it. If trading was perfection, why would we even have stop losses? Our stop losses would be 1 point, but we have stop losses to give ourselves room for error. If the point was that we wanted to get a perfect entry, why am I even trading with a 10-point stop loss? That thing should be 1 point or 1 tick. Like, geez, I'm trying to get perfection. I want to get the best entry, the best sniper entry. Part of that has to do, I'm not going to say that, but I'm just trying to be too perfect. And I will never be good if I want perfection or if I'm demanding perfection, if I want perfection. That's not the way to do this. It's not. And I did not want to miss out on the setup because it was exactly what I was looking for. 100,000%. This was exactly what I was looking for when I stepped into the market. Exactly. I was looking for this. Oh, I would say I was looking for a setup like this. And the fact that I did not want to miss out on this entry because I don't want to miss out on this entry because it looked so good and because I had conviction with it. I did not want to miss out for it, so therefore I tried to chase it. Lastly, taking bad undisciplined setups. This has been a consistent problem with me. I take rush setups, I take force setups, and I think it has to do with me just being impulsive as a person. I think I'm kind of impulsive, and that's what I love about trading. I'm able to see parts of me that I wouldn't have to confront in a regular life. Like if I were to live a normal life, get like a 9 to 5 or whatever. I'm not clowning on that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not clowning on the 9 to 5, but if I were to do that, I probably would never find flaws like this in myself, or I would never try to the level of degree that I am to fix those problems. And I was just undisciplined today, and that just comes part of me. Like going forward, I'm on another level of this discipline, bro. Like you guys see my room. In the past, bro, like my room. This is just an example. Like I'll leave clothes on the floor, and then I'll leave clothes over here. No, bro. Anytime I see something on the ground, I'm picking it up, no matter what. Like I'm on a level of discipline now to where everything in my life has to be disciplined. If I'm not disciplined outside the markets, how do I expect myself to be disciplined in the market? I run, bro. Running sucked. Today it was terrible. But I will get up tomorrow and I will run the same thing. I will do it. I will do it every single day. How bad do I want it? Back to how bad do I want it? How bad do I want it? Am I going to make these same mistakes over and over, or am I going to look at the slideshow? Am I going to present this whole slideshow, and am I still going to make the same mistakes? How bad do I want it? Like the best traders are the smarter traders. The best traders are the smart traders. The ones that are able to adapt from their mistakes. And like, how many mistakes do I need to make over and over and over and over again? This is what's happened in my life, where I make mistake, but it's the same behavior going into the next trade, or it's the same behavior, bro. If you guys don't know, like I suffer from a gambling addiction, no? I lost $20,000 by losing and doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until it got to a point where like I have enough. Like this is enough. Like I do not want to live this life. So how many times do I have to get knocked down? How many times do I have to make the same mistake in order to change my behavior? And I should not. Like I need to actually be changing my behavior. And how am I going to do that? I got to stay disciplined. And if that means me just sitting in front of the charts all day and not taking any setup, and we say, "Oh guys, I didn't take a setup." I don't care, bro. I simply don't care. And there are times when I do that. And honestly, I think I should just tape read for a whole 3 months now. I should just tape read, trade on demo, and just build my confidence. Honestly, I shouldn't be looking at any of this fundings. I should just be tape reading on demo, tracking every single setup, and I honestly think that wouldn't be a bad idea, in my opinion. But I am gonna stick with the funded, and I don't even care about getting funded, bro. I don't even care. I'm here for however long it takes. Like, I will become profitable. This is a manifestation out into the real world. I will become profitable. Why? Because I'm gonna fix mistakes like this. But how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do that? How are we gonna fix this? How are we gonna fix this? Don't take fair value gaps in a premium or discount. The only way I can take a trade is within premium or discount. And this is a big one. If I miss out, I miss out. If it's not the entry that will prevent me consistent results, then don't take it. If it's not something that can show up every single day and say, hey, over a course of a period of time, this will result me in becoming a profitable trader. This will result me in results. Then don't take it. If that's not the case. Relax. My journey is going to take time. This is not going to be a one and done. Like, this is not a one and done episode. This is me every day coming out here and constantly growing and constantly improving. Like, it's not gonna be a one day. It's not gonna be a one trick pony. It's not gonna be I show up and boom, I'm there. It's not gonna be like, oh, I want to be on this level. I'm not gonna get there in a week, in a month. No, like, I'm not gonna be thinking in longer terms, and that's kind of what I have been. Like, I don't care to rush it. And honestly, if it comes to a point to where I shouldn't be on a funded account, just demo for like 4 months, tape read every single session. Maybe. I'll probably come to that conclusion a little bit later on. But for now, we're sticking with the abundance. Use the 1 minute less. Use the 1 minute less. Use the 1 minute less. How many times do I have to make a mistake like this? So, days like today, when price action doesn't look the cleanest on the 1 minute. Hey, just sit. Go back to 5 minute. When does it look nice on the 5 minute? When does it good look on like the 3 minute or 4 minute? Well, I don't use the 4 minute, but like the 3 minute, the 2 minute. So the 1 minute should kind of be my entry model. If price actions look like a little shaky, like today. Like, there was some little ambiguity. It was ambiguous. Yep. It was ambiguous. So, like, we could have come up, we could have taken that high. It was a little bit ambiguous. So, use that 5 minute. If I used the 5 minute today, I would have been solid. All right. What I did good, well, at one point, sorry, my face is there. I do like how I took two entries on this trade, and even though I wanted to take the second one, I only took one trade. I only took those 2 trades. Like, after seeing this sweep, I'm like, yeah, this is the setup. After seeing this turtle soup, displacement lower, fair value gap, I'm like, yep, this is the entry. This is the entry. This is the entry. Right here, this is the entry. I knew it as well. But I did not take it. Because why? 2 entries per model. If that doesn't work, the model isn't right. After that, you're just done. After that, I'm out of here. Okay, I messed up. My execution was bad. I'm going to have to take this. Because even though this did end up working out, and even though I did know that this was probably the right entry, here, I still did not take it. I knew at the moment that this probably would have been the entry. But I did not take it because I have a rule to where I can only take 2 models. So, like, I do like how I was disciplined in that regard. Overall, I'm definitely improving. As a trader, but I'm making these silly, stupid mistakes that are just holding me back. And this is why I love doing this. Because, like, am I going to learn from this? Bro, I commend you because you're documenting your trading journey. I want to do the same. Hey, just do it, bro. Just do it. Just document it. Like, you don't have to, like, I post these because I've always had dreams of becoming a streamer, and I really want to do this. I really want to make it. I want to inspire people, and that's truly what I want to do. But you don't even have to post your journey. Like, you can sit on here. You can go Streamlabs, OBS, and you can just record it, bro. But the act of you sitting in front of the camera and just speaking your thoughts out loud, it has improved my trading tenfold. Like, y'all have seen me like 3 months ago or 4 months ago now. I've improved tenfold, like 1,000%. And it's also come from the work that I put in. Like, you don't improve, you don't put in work. And yeah, so that was the trade I took today. I took two stabs. I tried to look at MNQ. I don't know if it showed the executions, but I'm gonna. Oh yeah, this is also. Oh, let me log in. But on the MyFunded futures, I'm down like $100. I did 3 contracts, which was kind of aggressive, which also was like I was kind of disrespecting the account because they gave me an account to try their platform, and I was risking a little bit extra. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So, yeah, that was the trade I took. Took a loss. We'll be back at it tomorrow. I did not trade on the top step. I traded on my fund and futures. So if we scroll on the top step, I'm still minus 30 or whatever, minus 50, minus 56, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't know if I'll do the my fund and futures or the top step. I'll probably keep on doing the my fund and futures, but I'm now in like a little hole on the my fund and futures. But it's not a hole. It's not a hole. Like I'm never digging a hole when I trade. But anyways, that's all I have. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, and hopefully y'all traded well. In an hour, I will have a chart review. We will do a chart review in an hour. So be ready for that. Tune into that in an hour. There will be a chart review. So I'll be live again in an hour.